Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter. On a January morning in 2012, a discovery in the woods outside Opelika, Alabama, would mark the beginning of a mystery that would endure for years. Investigators found the remains of a little girl. They didn't know who she was, so they searched for answers, followed leads, and asked questions. But no matter where they looked, the little girl remained unidentified. For years, she was known as Opelika Baby Jane Doe. This is the story of Amore Wiggins. Long before the world knew her as Opelika Baby Jane Doe, she was Amore Jo'veah Wiggins. She was born on January 1st, 2006 in Norfolk, Virginia. She was the daughter of Amore Wiggins Jr. and Sherry Wiggins. Court records show that in 2009, after Amore married Ruth Bickerstaff, the couple were granted legal and physical custody of Amore. Sherry's visitation was suspended. According to investigators, she continued paying child support, believing her daughter was alive. She would not learn what had happened until years later. As detectives began reconstructing Amore's life, they learned she had never been enrolled in school, and she had never been reported missing. On January 28, 2012, Opelika police responded to Brookhaven Mobile Home Park after human remains were found. A human skull was located in the yard of a residence. The discovery brought investigators to the scene. As they searched the area, they found additional human remains, along with a pink long-sleeve shirt and a small lock of hair. The remains belonged to a child. The discovery sparked a homicide investigation, but they still did not know who the little girl was or who was responsible for her death. The remains were sent to the medical examiner. The examination revealed new details about the little girl's death. Authorities later determined she had died sometime between the summer of 2010 and the summer of 2011. The exact date has never been made public, nor has the specific cause of death. The medical examiner documented numerous healed fractures. Authorities said the injuries had occurred long before her death. The examination also found signs of chronic malnourishment. Investigators further believed an injury to one of her eyes likely left her blind on that side. Investigators searched missing child reports. They followed leads, worked with other law enforcement agencies, and asked the public for help. In 2016, a tip led investigators to Greater Peace Church, where a former vacation Bible school teacher provided photographs of a little girl taken during the summer of 2011. Police enhanced the images and released them to the public, hoping someone would recognize her. But even that did not lead to her identity. For years, the little girl remained unidentified. In 2022, investigators turned to forensic genetic genealogy, using advanced DNA technology to generate new leads. Those new leads led investigators to her identity. After nearly 11 years, Opelika Baby Jane Doe was identified as Amore Wiggins. With Amore's identity confirmed, the investigation changed. For the first time, investigators could begin reconstructing her final years. They learned her biological mother, Amore Wiggins, had never known what had happened to her daughter. Investigators also began focusing on the people who had been responsible for Amore's care during the last years of her life. On January 17th, 2023, authorities arrested Lamar Vickerstaff Jr. and Ruth Vickerstaff in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar was charged with felony murder and failure to report a missing child. Ruth was also charged with failure to report a missing child. On January 26, 2023, they were extradited to Opelika, where they were questioned by detectives before being booked into the Lee County Justice Center. Ruth was later released on bond and ordered to wear an ankle monitor. Lamar was denied bond and remains in the Lee County Detention Center. As of this recording, the case remains pending. Both Lamar and Ruth have pleaded not guilty. Like anyone charged with a crime, they are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Our thoughts are with Amore's loved ones and everyone who has spent years searching for answers. For more cases and updates, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also join us in our Facebook group and find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, if there's a story you believe deserves attention, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.